Is that a corpse? What's it doing here alone?
What? Did you expect it to have an entourage?
Horse hunters! How did they find us?
Take the stone to the temple. These whelps will be easy to crush.
As you say, Madam Conduit.
Arise, fair dead! Seize upon our enemies!
Bad news travels fast! Smoke bomb!
ditch this evil from my blood.
Meet your demise! First aid! You were right there. Eternal silence awaits you. Their leader said something about escaping with a stone. Stolen from this dungeon, I imagine.
Those thieves were more than petty criminals. Their leader gave life to the dead. What stone could they have been so keen on taking?
We can't well turn away from such an odious show of source. Let's investigate the tomb and see what answers it might reveal.
Indeed. For all we know, these dark-dealing thieves may be involved with Counselor Jake's murder.
There's a mine in the middle of our path.
Someone must have an interest in protecting whatever's kept here.
I'll need to unlock this somehow. I've always heard there's typically more to a king's tomb than meets the eye.
It could be a myth, or it could be our lucky day.
What's this? I found something. Short work of that door, but I don't imagine our weapons would survive such use for long. Careful now, that's a trap. Another chance! I've spotted something interesting.
I've spotted something interesting.
I think I hear voices downstairs.
The last thing we need is to surprise another angry summoner.
What's that? I think there are hidden foes ahead.
My roads are soaked! You better hope there's no hint of a flame in this place. Oh, I wouldn't worry about that. No one can get in here but us and the boss.
A living rat dares disturb the slumber of the dead? A thieving fool insults the sanctity of the grave. The bloodstone defiler, where is it? I suppose you only crept among these sacred tombs for leisure. I suppose you had no lust for the treasure of the dead. Ha! Strange indeed. Robed indeed. Your tricks will not save you from retribution, deceiver. The Bloodstone, deliver it now, and I may deign to end you quick in life. I toil to care for these holy grounds. In death, I protect them from profaners and poachers. The legacy of Cecile is mine to preserve. Her traitor, run if you like, defiler. Whichever way you take leads you to... Death never dies, fool. Death in 1,000 forms rules all.
Powerless to act.
Eternal silence awaits you. Healer! I can take care of that injury.
A wanderer comes my way. Call me Ishmael, son of the sea, an outcast upon these wretched shores. Of course I can talk, don't be silly. There's more tongue to me than heart. Indeed, the surprise should be mine, for I still remember the days when your kind swung from branches and plucked the vermin out of them. My fate is a cruel one, I assure you. How many snot-noses have held me up against their dirty little ears, only to claim they can hear the ocean? Of course they can hear her, the brats. We are on the very edge of the great aquatic mother, whose embrace I so desperately long for. Yes, yes, I, King of Pearls, ache to repose anew on his coral throne. Hurl me toward the water. Swing me as far as your arm's strength gives release. Time is an indulgent mistress to one who spends happy hours as... Oh, I remember ancient times, for I have lain here since antiquity. All this I have seen. Alas, what do you say, kind knight? Will you return the King of Pearls to the sea, so he may yield you long-lost treasure?
Kindness is its own reward. Then there's the promise of treasure to boot. Let's throw him into the...
Agreed. Let's send him home.
Liberator, kind benefactor, bless the sea, I have returned, where every wave feels like a mermaid's kiss. May the bounty of the deep be yours, along with my eternal gratitude.
Revitalized and restored!
Let's have another drink while we still can. To your very good health.
And yours, Nebius. Here goes. Goes down as smooth as bloody roses. Now, be careful it doesn't get you off. Cut it out.
Better to be dead drunk than bloody dead, what you?
Hold it right there, orc scum! No one slips past the Legion unchallenged.
Calm down, Junius. Doesn't look like one of them orcs to me. Not a single horn in sight, you know. hold your tongue with you, Bibiers. Can't be too careful. We are sworn to protect Sightseal. So, you're sorcerers, are you? And how are we supposed to verify that's true? We can't read, my friend. So for all we know, those papers say you're a polymorph parrot on the lookout for a two-bedroom birdcage. They don't prove a thing. You know what? We'll take you two to the wizard. I know he reads. He has books large as a house, that one. Yeah, he'll squeeze the truth out of you, one way or another.
The wizard, you say? Sounds good to me. Lead the way.
Agreed. A wizard is bound to know more about what is going on around here.
Captain, come along. We're not far from the city.
Like how to wash your underthings.
You keep them eyes open, you hear? Shh. If the orcs show up, I don't want to have to face the buggers alone. The heat and the drink are getting the better of me. Gosh, I'm over my sleeping. Don't tell me you're afraid. You should have enough liquid courage in your system by now that you're ready to face an army. Pass the bottle, would you, Junius? My throat's dry. Again? This is a single malt, imported all the way from Hawkesbury, you know. It ain't the local pig swill they sell for ale. Single malt? Stumblers. You've been had by one of them smooth-talking salesmen again. Come, give here before I sober up. Come, let's have another drink while we still can. To your very good... Lovely day for a swig and a song, isn't it?
Fare thee well.
Sweet relief!
What the hell's happening down there? Orcs! Bloody orcs! Come, let's go back to the bridge. Let the source hunters handle their big brutes.
Eternal silence awaits you.
Die, vermin! Pinned like a voodoo doll.
First aid! Confound it!
Did you see that? Those orcs had a human commander.
How very curious, and how very disquieting.
We're not done yet.
I needed that.
What's all this ruckus? Sounded worse than a dozen tomcats fighting over the world's last mackerel. Ah, but I see we've suffered another orc landing. And judging by the relative ease with which it was dispatched, I can only come to one. You're as welcome as a glass of cooled milk on a hot day, my friend. I'm Ahu, at your service. It was I who requested your presence in this. So you were, and so you weren't. There we are. Meet my other half, Hunter. Ha ha! No need to look so flabbergasted. I may be a So, now that the cat is out of the bag, let us turn to the It's hard to put my finger on it, but I can feel in my very whiskers that sorcery was at play. Visit the scene of the crime, and I'd bet sardines for salad you'll say the same. Captain Aureus, though, the local commander of the Legion, insists I'm seeing ghosts. I insist he's blind to all but the undead. So there are, or rather, there is. Popular opinion has it she seems a likely candidate to be sure, but that would make her a sorceress. Esmeralda knows how to charm, yes, but I just don't see her magic extend. Still, don't simply take my word for it, Hunter. It may be well worth your while to cross-examine her yourself. The Legion has her under guard. Jake was murdered in a downstairs room of the King Crab Inn, up in Sicil proper. The Legion keeps it under lock and key, though, so you'll need Aureus's permission, should you— A human, you say? Truly? But that would be like— And yet, I have heard rumors about a sect of sorts. A shadowy set of worship. I don't quite know what to make of this news, but thank you for informing me. Unfortunately, that is absolutely correct. The Orc siege is yet another— We've cordoned off the western beach where most Orc activity has been reported. For the 9 lives of me, I can't seem to figure what they're doing here. There's nothing of interest along the waterfront, except for a set of caves with an unfavorable reputation. Maybe they're after some pirate's treasure, the fools. Ah, The undead. They've been clawing their way out of the ground for 2 years now. And for 2 years, the stalemate between them and the living has been dragging on at a weary pace indeed. The Legion did a good job keeping them at bay, but I think it's fair to say that someone is responsible for the outbreak. Necromancers are at work, but who are they and where do they hide? Oh, but that's not a trick. Such magic to be out in the night. But of course, I'm glad we've met. Once you're there, just take the stairs. But do pay a visit to Aureus first. He may bark like a beagle with its tail stuck in the door, but you won't get very far in your investigation with... And with that, I bid...
Sex, undead, orcs. Looks like we have our work cut out for us.
At least we won't be bored. How about we go see that Aureus chap Arhu mentioned?
Bringing your little orcish girlfriend here is like bringing a wolf to a hen house.
Nonsense. Listen. She's purring.
What fool would trust a two-bit love potion out of a back-page circular from Yuko's god?
We're gonna need more than a few buckets to save it. Come on, men, put your backs in. We need more help! She's lost!
I'm drenched.
I don't know how you did that, hocus pocus, but boy, am I grateful. Nothing worse than seeing a fine vessel. I thought the old gal's fate was sealed when the arch shaman set his fiery gaze on her sails. What news from the mainland?
Oh, nothing new, sir. Zombies, skeletons, you know the story.
Our home, our livelihood, all sunk in a matter of minutes while we could do naught but look on. Well, we were merchants what seemed like a moment ago. With our ship sunk, we're little more than 3 men with nothing more to say than... Ah, these bleeding orcs! They can't keep off this place for the life of them! They came in here slinging fireballs and swinging swords. Wasn't a thing we could do to defend ourselves. That was a right stunning show of magic you pulled, it was. Wish you'd been around when our own barge went down in with our ship gone. Nothing for it but to get a job. Slim pickings round here, that's for sure.
Have you found us a job yet? We'll take anything. Really? Well, we were merchants what seems like a moment ago. With our ship sunk, we're little more... These bleeding orcs. I can't keep off this place for the life of them. They came... Well, you know...
Have you found us a job yet? We'll take anything, really.
Council
Fulgur. That loopy legionnaire really thinks that orchid charm. Sauce? Here? In Seal? Bah! Of all the cursed hunks of rock to land on, Conrad chooses this one. Who knows if it's even over for sure?
Sauce? Here in Seal? Dah.
Speaking of youthful Gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that orchid charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an Orwig 500 yards of my loving nature.
Ever heard about the time the captain took the Duchess of Fennel's carriage for a joyride?
No, indeed. He drove
Sauce? Here? In Seal? Bah! Of all the cursed hunks of rock to land on.
Ahoy, sailor! Are you enjoying the fresh winds of Sicile?
Speaking of youthful Gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that orchid charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an Orwig 500 yards of my loving nature.
Ever heard about the time the captain took the Duchess of Fennel's carriage for a joyride?
No, indeed. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
Oh, and don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Councillor's wife.
Is that why we never sail to Youthful Gore anymore?
Speaking of youthful Gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that orchid charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an Orwig 500 yards of my loving nature.
Ever heard about the time the captain took the Duchess of Fennel's carriage for a joyride?
No, indeed. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
Oh, and don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Councillor's wife.
Is that why we never sail to Youthful Gore anymore?
Speaking of youthful Gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that orchid charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an Orwig 500 yards of my loving nature.
Ever heard about the time the captain took the Duchess of Fennel's carriage for a joyride?
No, indeed. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
Oh, and don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Councillor's wife.
Is that why we never sail to Youthful Gore anymore?
Speaking of youthful Gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that orchid charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an Orwig 500 yards of my loving nature.
Ever heard about the time the captain took the Duchess of Fennel's carriage for a joyride?
No, indeed. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
Really? The greatest warriors in Rivellon can't cross a rope?
These gates are to remain closed at all times. Captain's orders. Wait a second.
Slimy, reeking, rotting sea garden.
Well, I'll be a little red imp's uncle, the Source Hunter. Sorry for the gruff treatment. I didn't recognize you right away. You can see security's tighter than ever around here since that surprise attack. We can only hope to hold...
Careful now. Never know when those green beasts gonna launch another blazer our way.
If you're taken to the sea, leave a wide berth around that black cove. Haunted it.
Salutations! Source hunters, I see. I'm Sergeant Courteous, proud protector of this House of Legion goods. This is a storing house for Legion supplies. Perhaps the most important building in the Courteous is my name.
Keep your pleasantries to yourself. What are you doing inside this warehouse, snooping around? Hidden between darkness and light.
Only the popular girls from the Source Academy could see how edgy and dangerous you've become.
One day, Moira. One day you'll...
Avert your gaze, and I'll handle this threat for all our sheiks.
She wouldn't hurt a fly, and I won't let you hurt a horn on her head.
Bringing... who better than a proven orc crusher to convince my...
Enough of that. I know how dangerous an orc can be, but this one has been reformed. Anyone can see that she's completely docile. But my prejudiced friend here, and I were patrolling outside the city walls. When who did I see? Perhaps confused by the butterflies in her stomach, she sprang up and began running, claws bared towards Marius. Fortunately for him,
I had the presence of mind to ignore a vial of love potion shattered over her head. And when she turned to face me, I'm sure she must have been compelled to join the Orcish army under some kind of duress. A lady...
I can assure you there wasn't a hint of sweetness in those murderous eyes when she lunged at my...
I've always had an amateur interest in all things alchemical. I sent away for the world-famous love potion, available.
You see what a fool my friend has been. Spending all his cash on snake oil and bringing a
What kind of monster would lie in a published advertisement? I'm sure the effects of the potion...
You see? He'd believe it was noon at midnight if he read it on a printed pamphlet. Please tell me you can reason with him, or ditch it.
She's got to be put down. If this love potion is as dodgy as it sounds, she could come to her vicious senses at any time.
Agreed. I've never met an orc I trusted, charmed or not.
Glad to hear I'm not the only one with common sense around here.
No! She's harmless! Please! You bastard! You had no right!
No right to protect not only you from your own stupidity, but myself and the citizens of Sicile as well.
It's you we
One
need
day,
protection from,
Moira. One
murderer.
day you'll show 'em all.
Fortunately, the Wizards of Youthful Gore make a revenge elixir that will show you what's what.
Go ahead and throw your sugar water on me if you like. Your foolishness is no longer my problem. Thank you, stranger. If you ever need help, I'll do my best to repay you.
Moira, one day you'll show 'em all.
Murder within the walls, undead outside the walls, and here we legionnaires sit, twiddling our...
Maybe the lock can be jimmied.
No better solution
Say,
to the zombie.
no one's around. You wouldn't raise a fuss if I,
Burrow, indeed. I'll sooner meet a cat wizard than see that merchant repay.
Come now! I'll be good for it, I swear! I never would have dreamt of resorting to petty theft during better times, but what choice have I got now? If all my story's tired by now, I was a happy enough, prosperous enough. So what do you think? Should I snag a fish?
That merchant has to eat too, you know. Leave the fish alone.
Yes, you know what they say about giving a man a fish.
I suppose you've got a point. Another day, another... Fed a hungry man, you know.
That thief is free for now. But I wonder how long it'll be until he's growling thank you for making that would-be thief see reason. I...
Know much about zombies, do you? How about walking bones?
Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
What are ye staring at? Captain Jack's the name, though the title may be a little generous at the moment. My crew ran off, and I can't find enough art. Those scallywags heard there be silver in the Lacula mines, and they abandoned ship like the lily-livered turkeys they are. Haven't seen them since the day we docked. Some poor chaps lost their ship and want some work. Just send them to me, and tell them there's a bit of coin, and...
Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
Quiet day on the market, it seems.
On the move for cheese. An excuse is more holes than a slice of this fine Norman land. Made a big cheese on your brook with a wheel of the good stuff.
Well, hello there. Let us see if you can choose the finest greens.
Quiet day on the market, it seems.
On the move for cheese. An excuse is more holes than a slice of this fine Norman land.
Toe of snake, wing of worm, brew and spice 'em, stir and churn.
Watch the undead quiver in their mouldy boots. Heavenly herring, delicious dogfish, yours for a scrap of gold each.
Plenty of fish in the sea, but I've got the foulest of the lot on my racks.
Size seal, shiver me timbers and sliver me heels.
Plenty of fish in the sea, but I've got the foulest of the lot on my racks.
Size seal, shiver me timbers and sliver me heels.
Plenty of fish in the sea, but I've got the foulest of the lot on my racks. Plenty of fish in the sea, but I've got the foulest of the lot on my racks. I can't even smell the sea air over this rot. slimy, reeking, rotting sea garbage. Plenty of fish in the
Size seal, shiver me timbers and sliver me heels.
Speaking of youthful gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that orky charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an Orwig 500 yards of my loving nature.
Have you found us a job yet? We'll take anything. So there's a captain offering booze and brass for a bit of crate loading. Godspeed. And don't forget the time you got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Council's wife.
Is that why we never sail the youthful gore anymore?
Speaking of youthful gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that orky charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an Orwig 500 yards of my loving nature.
Psst. Ever hear about the time the captain took the Duchess of Fennel's carriage for the joyride?
No, indeed. He drove it straight to the bubbles bag.
No better solution to the zombie problem than a set of silver arrows.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese,
Ah,
tomato.
hello, proportionate one. Oh, I can see from the symmetry in your face that you are a great fan of the fine arts, no?
Thanks to 7, we've secured the perimeter.
Made a big change on your book for the whale of the good stuff.
Well, Mayor Cecil will be happy to see the likes of a source hunter. Welcome to the Town Hall of...
A good day to you.
Greetings! These stalls are for our Legion troops. Rivellon's finest work up mighty fine appetite.
Before she could do any real damage.
Any real damage? Are you joking? I've been mauled. I'll be disfigured for life.
Ah, come on with the dramatics. It's not as bad as all that.
The face furious. She bit me in the face.
Look on the bright side. Everyone villagers are the most ferocious.
Ugly enough, but these
What have we here, then? A so-called source hunter, eh? Well, look, do what you must in Sicil, but don't make waves and don't interfere with the Legion's affairs, you hear?
I am Captain Aureus, if you must know, leader of the Legion in Sicil. By which I mean I have the enviable task of commanding a battalion of walking dead. For I fear it may well be but a matter of time before the undead undo all my soldiers and turn them into drivelling hordes of their own misshapen number. Gods above! Some politician snuffs it and everyone's in an uproar. Ridiculous! I told that wizard brat of an Ahu not to bother. But he just had to send for source hunters, didn't he? Bloody magicians. They see a pigeon poop. Nevertheless, I want to be kept in the loop. Understand? I am in command of this town. Not Mayor Cecil, not Ahu, and definitely not some hotshot source hunter. So investigate Jake's death if you feel so inclined, but report back to me the moment you discover something out of the ordinary. The scene of the crime is over at the King Crab Inn. You can tell the guard you have my permission to enter. Now off Esmeralda is Jake's wife. Well, widow. Everyone in town, down to the crabs on the beach, is convinced she killed him. Now, the girl has the reputation of being a flirt. There is that. But that doesn't suffice as evidence, wouldn't you say? Or do source hunters rely on... What? You're going to stand there and claim with a straight face your order never wrongly tortured and executed anyone? Hardly. But I won't stand for such nonsense. If you bring evidence before me, I'll evaluate... If you must. Bravo! Figured that one out, did you? I haven't been stuck here for 2 years because we're being besieged by fluffy kittens, you know. Those brain-feasting freaks out there keep on coming. And it takes all the sword arms and all of Ahu's half-baked contraptions to keep them at bay. Keeping them at bay, that is all we do. Were that I could break their backs once and for all. How am I enjoying it? Are you spoiling for a fight, Hunter? Are you? Sicil stinks of fish, reeks of orcs, and on a good day the wind disperses the stench of decomposing corpses. I can't remember the last time I had a proper piece of steak, and by now I retch at the mere sight of sardines. So in conclusion, I am not enjoying Sicil! We are the pride of Rivalon, to be found and to be seen everywhere. We don't hide in the dark and lurk in corners like some I could mention. No, we protect the civilized from the barbaric. I'd say they are looking for weak spots in our defenses. They can't make an attack over land for fear of Ahu's magical machines, so they're trying their luck by sea. They won't succeed, though. Not against the Legion. Yes, and he also spends most of his time in the guise of a cat. Ah, the Source Hunter. Oh, joyous hour. Oh, what now?
You look, but you cannot see!
If only the popular girls from the Source Academy could see how edgy and dangerous you've become. only the popular girls from the Source Academy could see how edgy and dangerous you've become.
Ooh!
Source Hunter, welcome, welcome.
Quiet! No talking to these scoundrels, criminal scum!
A stitch in time, eh, my friends?
Into the fray once more.
Source Hunter or no, not a single non-legionnaire is permitted into the treasure room.
The face furious. She bit me in the face.
Look on the bright side. Everyone knows the ugly soldier.
Those boots are in Paris at Bridgetown. Get your shiny You think that's money, private?
Don't pay attention to the beast's feelings. You'll only encourage it.
Recruits! That was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again!
You don't think it's infected, do you?
Come on now, I pulled her off you. Come on.
I wouldn't venture too far out of town if I were you. Many Legionnaires did so before you. Very few have returned. Ahu's invention, the stasis blaster. These days, we Legionnaires hold a lottery to see who gets to man the things. You can bet it's no small amount easier to... Don't ask me how the blaster works, though. I just make sure the thing...
To leave the city is to venture into danger. Be careful, Source Hunter.
The sun is out. And yet...
You there! A moment of your indulgence, if you please. You are the Source Hunter, are you not? No, scratch that. It is so much more than a delight. It is an intervention of fate. Yes, that's it. Fate has put me on this Mendius at your service. What is my profession? Well, I'll tell you what it used to be, and that is a man of medicine. But what does a man of medicine do but... Oh, it's not merely an opportunity.
Of course I do. How could someone in my profession not?
Quite right.
See here. You and I share the same passion. I never doubted it. Too bad your line of work comes with such measly recompense. Am I right? The wage of a mere soldier. Now, between...
Riches do not interest me.
Nor me. What?
Oh, but I know you're just being bashful. I bet that even so, my friend, matters of a pecuniary nature aside, what is life without variety, without spice? To be a Source Hunter must get frightfully dreary sometimes.
It's better to lead than to follow. That much is true.
Better to be certain.
Well spoken. Well said indeed. And that is exactly why I am here. Why fate has put me right by the door to the King Crab, so that I could meet you and tell you... Ah, the fabulous five. How I enjoy simply saying the words that describe the most illustrious and celebrated adventurers' guild in Riverlon. Our mission, to better the world. You'd like nothing more than to enlist, wouldn't you? Of course. What a gem of a question. Straight... Now then, to join the Fabulous Five is to join a fellowship, to join a fraternity, a sorority, a community. Of course, should you spread the word, should you propagate the gospel of the finale, the genial glow of the work hard, fulfill contracts, enlist new knights, and swiftly shall you rise through the ranks.
You will better yourself.
Of course, of course, of course. All you need to do is...
Join a guild, better the world, earn a lot of gold. Yes, count me in.
And me! May all the riches in the world be ours!
Marvelous. Magnificent. Oh, but what am I saying? Fabulous is the word. You may not realize it yet, but your fortunes, your very life is about to change for the... Oh, it's a pretty straightforward task, this one. Now, in this town dwells a wizard. Ahu is his name, and he's a frightful eccentric. Scientific type, you know the kind. Favors reason over faith. One of them was a big lumbering apparatus. A frightful automaton shaped like a giant made of steel. It was supposed to crush the undead by... But you can guess what happened. Did it become sentient? Was it cursed? Whatever the cause, the thing relieved itself of its pilot and headed north. Luckily, there are those in this world who belong to the Fabulous Five. The braves who eat such monstrosities for breakfast. Go, my friend. Find this wizard's abomination and claim your... They call the undead a problem, my friend. But those who know the ways of the what more is there to...
They say he's privy to ancient and arcane secrets, the likes of which I doubt you could even fathom, old friend.
So you're just hanging around the inn, are you? Waiting for what, exactly?
What have we here? A source hunter, is it? Well, my day just became rather more stimulating. Oh, stand still then, if you don't mind. I want to take a good long look at the so-called savior of Sicile. Tall as an elf, strong as an orc, but... And my word, what passion burns from your eyes. Please forgive my... I am Anna, jewel in the crown that is the Fabulous Five. I've cut 1,000 throats. And baked 1,000 bread rolls, stolen the crown jewels of the... When the day comes that I contain, but then, source... Come now, Alistair. Surely you've met your match once or twice.
Ha! The closest I've come to my match is when I linger over long while lighting my pipe.
Oh, careful now. Your head's grown more swollen than sack. You there! Cut it out! Beats too slowly to sustain me.
even smell